You know, as a kid, I think most of us would do what our parents ask, just because we love them and just because we don't want to see negative things happen to them. Like, just imagine if you're like, a 14-year-old and your dad told you to lie about something, or else, we might go to jail, or he might go to jail. Me personally, I probably would lie about it, like, okay, dad, it's me and you know what I'm saying? And this is the same tactic that I think Lori Vallow used with her daughter, Tylee. Because now we have Lori Vallow's trial coming up. She has the whole situation with her ex-husband that ended up dead, Charles Vallow. And now she wants so desperately for this investigation with Tylee Ryan to be added into the trial. Everybody's fighting her and saying that it's hearsay, but I'll tell you what, she's gonna fight until trial starts to get this added because it makes her look good. It makes her look a little bit better. And me personally, I don't really know why even fight this hard when you've already been convicted for other crimes. Way worse than this. But, let's go ahead and check out the Tylee Ryan interview just so we can get an understanding as to why she wants this admitted into evidence so badly. Let's go ahead and check this out. That's pretty much over. Let's check out the Tylee interview. So let's see if we're really, it's Tylee Ryan, that's her last name. Let's see if we hear her mom in this interview, right? But remember, all she heard was bang, stepdad's dead. Oh my God, well, they were fighting anyway. So there's no nervousness right here with her, in my opinion. She feels like she's good. She feels like this is all justified. I swear. She set the whole thing up by asking her brother to spend the night. Possible. All right, let's do this.
Hi. Hi. So you have to spell your name because we're all taking guesses on how to spell it. We're not sure.
Tylee.
Okay, I was right. And what's your last name?
Ryan, Ryan.
And your birthday? And then, do you have a phone?
Yeah.
What's your phone number? Okay. So I know this is going to kind of sound like kind of a silly question because it's super broad. But can you basically tell me what happened today? And you can start at whatever place makes sense for you to kind of start and explain. And I'll probably kind of ask you questions as we go a little bit.
Okay. So I woke up probably around like 7:50, I want to say, because I heard yelling from like right outside my door.
Now, I think this is going to be the closest account to what really happened, right? Because she's a young girl. She doesn't really know how to be a narcissistic piece of shit like her mom, right? She hasn't really learned the ways like Lori Vallow. She's been seasoned in the game at this point for 40-some years. She's been seasoned in the game. This is a young girl. She don't really know too much, right? All she knows is mom coached her into what to say. I think there was an argument. No shit. She took his phone. He was screaming, flipping out, trying to grab her, but I don't think he was ever attacking her. So when he went to grab her, right, he's going to grab her. He's pissed off, yelling, grabbing her arm. That's when the brother took the opportunity to strike, because now Kaylee's coming. Now Tylee's coming down, scared for her mom because she loves her mom, with a bat. And now this is Alex Cox's time to strike now, because now he has, quote unquote, a reason to do it, because now she's scared. She has a bat. He yanked it away. He's going crazy. I don't think at any point he's in this house trying to beat up two women, a girl and a woman. He's trying to get his fucking phone back and take his son to work, and he got killed for it. This for sure was a setup. Why the fuck did you come over to my house with a gun? I don't go over and stay by my sister's house and just take my Glock 23 with me. I don't do it. I don't do that. That's weird. Why would you bring that? Do you have ops? Leave it in the car. I don't know. But yeah, it's kind of odd. It's an odd situation.
I don't even know where, but I immediately like jumped up, and I have a baseball bat because when I was living at my uncle's by myself, I just wanted something to like feel safer, and I'm not old enough to get like pepper spray or anything, so I was like, okay, I'll get a baseball bat. So I have that.
So your bedroom, you said right outside your bedroom door, and I didn't go in the house, so I'm at a little bit of a disadvantage. So what is your bedroom door open to?
My bedroom door opens, so the room that my uncle was staying in, the room that's kind of like the guest room, if my room's right here, that's right there.
Okay.
And then...
God damn, that's loud. I don't know. Is that... Shit, let me turn this down for myself. Okay, here we go.
My little brother's room, and then kitchen's kind of back here, so it's like a little hallway, and then right here is kind of where everything happened.
Okay.
Like the big, you walk in and...
Like big great room, kind of living room?
Yeah, right now it just has mirrors up because my mom wanted to dance.
Wait, what'd she say? So there's an island. Hold on. There's an island and it's basically like a roundabout.
My little brother's room, and then kitchen's kind of back here, so it's like a little hallway, and then right here is kind of where everything happened.
Okay.
Like the big, you walk in and...
Like big great room, kind of living room?
Yeah, right now it just has mirrors up because my mom wanted a dance room.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of unconventional, but...
Hey, whatever makes you happy. It's your guys' house, so...
Right. So, yeah, I immediately just jumped up and I grabbed my baseball bat and I opened the door, and it was my stepdad, you know, outside the doorway, and then my uncle kind of in the doorway, and then I could hear...
She's even talking like her mom. You notice the mannerisms? You notice the mannerisms, how she's explaining it? Mom coached her good, I'm not gonna lie. And it's kind of fucked up to think that she did all this for her mom. Maybe, you know, maybe she had her own opinions and her own thoughts and her own whatever, but she went ahead, like I would do at that age. I'm going to go ahead and do what my mom told me to do, and you still get clipped because she thinks you're evil. Fuck that, bro. It's sad.
My mom behind him, and he was just screaming at both of them, like... I don't even know what he was saying because honestly I was just too like wired, I guess. So I told him to take a few steps back. I was like, you're too close, you need to step back. And he was like, don't tell me what to do. And I just kind of just stood there, and then my uncle kind of moved out of the way, and then my mom kind of went past him and into like the big room.
Okay.
Where everything happened, and so I walked with them, and then
So they were more in the hallway?
Yeah, they were at like the end of the hallway, basically, and so my mom walked all the way around, and he kind of followed them, and I just kind of stood. My uncle was like right here, and then my stepdad right here, and then me and my mom.
You said too much explaining about the baseball bat without being asked. Well, I mean, it's an essential part of the story. If I took a baseball bat out to confront somebody and I'm talking to the police, you know, you would have to include the baseball bat, right? So I think it's just a big factor for Tylee in her perspective.
We're kind of right here. And I didn't do anything with the baseball bat. I kind of just held it there. And he was getting really close to my mom, so I kind of stuck it out like between them. And they were both just yelling, and he was like, if you hit me with that baseball bat, you're going to go to jail. And I just kind of stood there with the baseball bat, and I didn't really say anything.
When you said they were yelling, who was yelling?
It was mostly my stepdad.
Okay.
They were yelling. So let's correct that. Well, mostly my stepdad. I'm sorry, Mom. Mom, if you're looking at me up there, I'm sorry. Exactly. So she was yelling at him, telling him all types of crazy shit. I never loved you. You're a piece of shit. JJ's never gonna be with you. And blah, 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 blah. They were yelling. Well, no, it was mostly my dad. See, she's covering for her mom, and can you blame her? I'm not gonna victim blame. That's not what we're gonna do, right? All I'm saying is mom really got up in her head and told her what the fuck's going down, and in her head that's what the fuck's about to go down, because whose side is she on? Lori Vallow or Lori Daybell or Lori shit, whoever you want to call her.
He was really the only one like yelling. My mom was kind of...
He was really the only one like yelling? Let's back that up. Hold on. Let's back that up.
When you said they were yelling, who was yelling?
It was mostly my stepdad.
Okay.
Well, he was really the only one like yelling.
Yeah.
My mom was kind of like responding, but I honestly couldn't tell you what they were saying. It was
Yeah. For sure. She was just timid in the corner, just scared for her life. Just tail tucked between her legs.
Just like all jumbled up in my head. And so I just kind of stuck the baseball bat out there, and then he just grabbed it and tried to take it. So I held on to the end, and then eventually I fell, and he kind of took it into his hands like he was going to do something with it, and that's when...
So when you fell, he ended up with the bat?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I fell to the ground, and then my uncle kind of like, I saw him take a step back, so my uncle, I think, grabbed him and kind of took him back so he couldn't like do anything.
You saw your stepdad like take a step back?
Take a step back, because he was really close to begin with, and then and so my mom said to go with JJ, and so I ran out the door, and then I kind of just stood there with my little brother. He was in the front seat of the car, and so I just kind of opened the door and just stood there, and like he was trying to get out, and I was like, no, we have to stay in. And I was like, oh, like, I told him, like, do you want to go in the Jeep? And then he was like, no, and then I realized that my car was blocked in, so I couldn't anyways. I was like, okay, like, just stay here. And then eventually my mom came out, and then we left from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened inside?
Good story, man. Good story. Good stuff. Lori definitely made sure that story stuck. She made sure that explanation was seamless.
In the house, as your mom kind of explained it all to you?
I just kind of asked her, like, because I heard a noise, which I know what it was now, but it sounded like, because I knew that the baseball bat was in there, it sounded like someone, like, took it and hit it really hard against the floor.
Okay.
And so I was kind of like, Al's okay, right? Because that's my uncle. So I just wanted to make sure that, like, my stepdad didn't do anything to my uncle and stuff. And so she was like, no, like, Al's fine. Like, we're just going to take JJ to school. And I was like, okay. So I just got in the car, and then we went to Burger King because my little brother wanted breakfast, which was chicken fries for some reason.
Okay. I do dinner for breakfast all the time.
Breakfast for dinner and dinner for breakfast.
So to kind of back up a little bit, so you had talked about your stepdad, when you put the bat out, your stepdad was coming towards your mom. Can you describe to me a little bit better kind of what was going on there? Like, is there a reason you put the bat up?
Yeah, he was walking towards my mom, and I just didn't want him to do anything, so I kind of just stuck out the bat. Like, my mom was right beside me, and he was right there, so it wasn't, like, between them.
Okay.
It was kind of just, like, I just stuck it out to be, like, keep your distance, kind of.
When you say you didn't want him to do anything, what did you think he was going to do?
Hit her.
Okay.
Yeah, it's, for the most part, been pretty, like, mundane, but there have been a few, like, violent times with him when I was really scared that he was going to hit me or hit my mom, like, just because everything was kind of crazy.
That man needed to get the fuck up out of there. That's what he needed to do. Shit is crazy. He's living in a fucking crazy house. Man, listen, figure out the custody situations from the hotel, my boy. I don't know what he's doing over there, man. Shit. You're there to pick him up? Stay in the car. I'm here for JJ. Text sent. If she doesn't bring him out, then we'll just have to deal with it in the courts. Fuck that, man. You cannot win against a crazy motherfucker like this, because they're just going to draw you in and they're going to make you look like the bad guy. And, you know, everybody else, they're going to look at you and they're going to be like, wow, why is he tweaking out? Why is he acting so crazy? She's such a nice person. No one's ever going to know. So the best thing for you to do is just not engage with it. If you know she's crazy, if you know he's crazy, because there's some crazy motherfuckers out here too. It's not just women. If you know he's crazy, just don't engage, bro. Don't engage. His problem was he engaged.
Me and him have always kind of not gotten along. like just since I was little. And so there have been a few times that we've gotten in fights and stuff like that. And so so I'm just kind of always scared of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so that happened, and he grabbed the bat from you.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of tell me that again real quick.
So I kind of stuck it out, and this is when he was like, if you hit me with that baseball bat, you're going to jail, and I didn't say anything because I'm like, okay. And so I'm holding it by like the end of the bat, like the place where you hold it, and so he kind of took it, and I kind of like lunged forward and kind of lost like my footing, and so my mom was like,
That's just weak-minded though. If you're a grown-ass man getting into full arguments with a 16-year-old, you need to figure your life out. You need to go to India, get a retreat, meditate for a few months. You need to do something. You need to change your life. Because if you got a 16-year-old having you act out, because I'm not saying this man was an angel either. You got a 16-year-old having you act out, sir, take a fucking seat. You know what I'm saying? Go jump into a ice bath or something and wake the fuck up. You cannot be out here arguing with people who aren't at your level, man. And that goes for everything. You can't be out here going back and forth with somebody who don't got shit going for themselves. That's insanity. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm sure he had his flaws. I'd be goddamned if you catch me arguing with a 16-year-old. The fuck? What I look like?
just let go, and so I kind of like slipped and I fell, kind of on like my side.
Okay.
Yeah, and then from that, my mom said to go to the car, so I just got up and ran out the door.
Okay. Did you see when you fell towards your side? Did you see what he did with the bat?
No, I wasn't really looking in that direction because from where I fell, the door was kind of more in my line of vision because I fell looking this way and the door was like right there, so I didn't look back.
So he was at a different line of sight than what you were looking at.
Yeah.
Okay. And then at some point you saw him kind of take a step back, and from what you're saying, and tell me if I'm wrong or not, you didn't necessarily see your uncle pulling back, but it seems like that maybe.
It seems like he wouldn't have taken a step back on his own, so it's more of an assumption than anything. I didn't see him physically take him back.
And does that make sense based on where your uncle was at that time?
Yeah, he was behind him, because he wasn't on this side with me and my mom, so he was behind him.
Okay.
Because that's kind of just the order where everyone walked out.
And when that happened and then your mom told you to go, did you see what happened with your stepdad and uncle?
No.
Okay. And then once you went outside...
There you go. You're in the clear. Take it from there, Alex. You got that shit, Alex. Go get it, Alex. Nobody saw it. So now Alex can tell his story. As long as it's believable, who else is who's gonna talk against him? The motherfucker who's in the morgue? No. He's not there no more.
With your brother, you never came back inside.
Oh, I went to go get my mom's purse from inside so that we could have, like, her wallet and everything, but this was all happening, like I said, like, in the bigger room right here, and so I went through the garage door, and so the garage door is right here, and then there's, like, a little hallway, and then this is kind of where everything is, and then this is my mom's room.
Okay.
So when I went in, I kind of, like, just tuned everything out, ran to my mom's closet, ran back, so I didn't see anything, I didn't hear anything.
When did you go back in and get her purse?
After my mom came out.
Okay. So after you heard that loud noise?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you heard the loud noise, was your mom outside or inside?
Why was she worried about her mom's wallet? Well, we have to get the Burger King for JJ. Obviously. Like, what is JJ gonna eat if she doesn't have her wallet? Like, clearly, we have to run back into the gunshot-riddled house to get the wallet. Come on. Come on. This is the necessities of life. It's just like brushing your teeth, breathing air, and eating Burger King? Come on now. Foolish question.
I'm trying to think. I think she was inside when it happened and the door opened like immediately after.
Okay. So very quickly after the
No,
door.
I do use Apple Pay. I ain't gonna lie. But Lori, she seems like the archaic type. She seems like the old school type of person who would still like prefer use cash or some shit. You know? She seems like a cash type of person.
Door open.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't like a long period of time because I remember not like thinking about it for that long. And if my mom hadn't come out immediately, I would have, been thinking about it for a lot longer than
Okay.
I had.
So obviously I don't know like your mom and stepdad and uncle like you do. I don't. So can you tell me kind of where the three of them were at kind of emotionally and how they were behaving when all this was happening?
When all this was happening or like before?
When all this was happening. So like when you came out of your room and he took the bat from you and...
Yeah, so my stepdad was like, he was like, I don't even know how to explain it. He honestly just looked like kind of a crazy person.
He looked like a demon.
Like screaming and like his face was beet red. He just looked like really mad. I remember when he took the bat from me, I saw his face for like a split second and I honestly like, it didn't even look like him. He just looked like pure like rage. Like he was just seeing red. So I haven't really seen him like all the
And
way.
he probably was. You know what? Because he wanted his goddamn phone. That's why. Oh my God. I'm gonna be peeing like crazy later on. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. That shit is crazy. I'm just consuming the liquids. But nah, motherfucker was pissed because his psycho ex-wife took his phone. And now she could see all the women he was texting. He don't like that.
Like that before. That's like the craziest I've ever seen him. And then my uncle was kind of calm, like not super calm. Obviously it was like a stressful situation, but he's like, I don't know, he was kind of just standing there in the doorway, kind of just being protective of my mom. But
He wasn't being protective. He was waiting for his time to strike. He was like, "Ooh, this is the time." He's acting crazy. Here's the self-defense charge. Here he goes. Here, bop, 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 bop. Yep. And that's what he did. They definitely wanted to get rid of bro. In my opinion. Well, this is an ambush. Why are you going to grab? You're taking the kid to school. Why is your brother over at that particular day anyway? Why is he over with a gun? He just came over and unloaded and put his shit over and set it down. Ooh, sister, this is my gun. This is my special gun now. You know, I brought it over because I never leave it home. I just don't believe that. The fuck?
he wasn't yelling or really saying anything.
Okay.
And my mom was just he was yelling and my mom was kind of just like talking.
Okay.
So yeah.
But you don't remember, if you do, like what your mom was saying at all or what he was mad about?
No, not really. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Honestly, like
We're talking about something that probably happened over 2 seconds of time.
Yeah,
so.
honestly, it feels like 2 seconds and 40 minutes at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't remember what they were really saying. I just kind of heard yelling over everything.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I kind of just do that whenever things are like really loud. I kind of just like tune what people are saying out because I don't know, just yelling isn't fun, obviously, for a kid to hear. And with my biological dad, I always heard him like screaming and stuff, so I kind of just learned how to like tune it out.
So when you woke up to yelling, and you had said you weren't...
Look how she's squeezing her arms right here. This is where I feel like she could be possibly telling a lie, right? not like a lie, but just not telling the whole truth. You know, she's like, I just heard yelling. What was the yelling? What were they saying? You know, oh no, I just tuned it out. I'm just used to, and that's true. Kids tune shit out all the time. Kids have gaps in their memory from shitty households all the time.
So that I always
But something tells me that, you know, she's just curving things a little bit because she loves her mom. I mean, can you blame her? If you were a 16-year-old and you didn't want your mom to go to jail and you hate your fucking stepdad, what the fuck are you gonna do, right? But look at her hands when she starts talking about the whole tuning out thing. Look at her hands. Look at her hands. Look at her hands.
what people are saying out because I don't know, just yelling isn't fun.
She hasn't been doing this with her hands the entire time, but look at how she starts squeezing them.
Obviously for a kid to hear, and with my biological dad, I always heard him like screaming and stuff, so I kind of just learned how to like tune it out.
So when you woke up to yelling, and you had said you weren't sure what they were actually saying, did you know who was yelling when you heard the yelling?
Yeah, I knew it was my stepdad. Well, at first I kind of didn't, like when you first wake up you're kind of disoriented, and then I remembered that my stepdad was like coming in to take my little brother to school today, so I immediately like knew it was him. Mm-hmm. And then my uncle I knew was staying, so I knew that was him, and then my mom obviously I knew that was her. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then so you stepped out of your room and you took the bat with you. Is there a reason why you took the bat with you?
Honestly, I think that was kind of just like first instinct. Mm-hmm. Like obviously I didn't ever hit him with the bat or anything like that. It was kind of just for like security, I guess, to know that I had it. I didn't do anything with it. In hindsight, I probably just shouldn't have brought it out at all because it caused more trouble. But it was kind of just first instinct, and it was right by my bed. So I kind of just like jumped up and grabbed it.
So I'm trying not to put like words in your mouth and stuff.
You're good.
So was there something in particular that you were concerned about that you would have taken the bat with you?
Only if he had been violent towards like me or my mom.
I'm assuming you're talking about your stepdad?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But it wasn't like, oh, I'm going to take the bat and like do something with it. It was kind of just like, I need something in my hands to like feel safer.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So my kind of second dumb question is,
I love when investigators say dumb question. I would say dumb lawyer. Give me a lawyer. Give me any lawyer. Fuck, dumb question. Oh, just kind of a dumb question. But yeah, they really pulled this shit off. I ain't gonna lie to you. Lori pulled this shit off. She had her daughter pull it off, her brother pull it off. She really felt like she was that. And that's probably why she probably felt she was destined by the universe. She was a goddess and all this weird ass bullshit because she got away on a fluke. She got away because her family kind of fucked with her a little bit. Now you're going to go ahead and kill your family member? Your luck runs out eventually. That's what I'll say.
I don't know that there necessarily is, but I always kind of want to make sure. Is there anything that, you know, we didn't talk about or I didn't ask you about, or anything that you think is important or anything that I should know? Because it's harder for you because you were there, and so I'm asking questions about something I didn't even see. So I just want to make sure like I didn't miss something or anything that you think I should know about.
That was pretty much it.
Okay. And if you think of something, you know, in 5 minutes and tomorrow or whatever else, we can always talk again. It's totally fine. So I talked to your mom about we have some victim services people that work here. They're not cops. They're really good at what they do. So I really want your mom to talk to them because I think it would be good that your mom has and you guys have some, maybe kind of some extra support if you need anything, kind of go.
Support. Man, listen, shit. Support. Lori's living the high life. Somebody said she was expecting to be on his life insurance and all types of shit. Man, Lori's happy. Ex-husband is dead. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to meet this great man, Mr. Chad Day. Man, everything's amazing. I don't need that bitch ass support. Crazy, bro. It's crazy how she walked away from this for a minute.
Moving on. So I'm going to check in with your mom real quick, and if she's good to go, then I'm going to introduce one of them to you guys. That way you guys can talk before I take you guys back. Okay? Sound fair? Okay. Do you have any questions for me at all?
No,
Okay. If you do, let me know, okay? Okay.
And that was pretty much it, folks. So that was Tylee. That was bullshit. What's her name? Lori. So we're gonna do Alex Cox tomorrow. He's a quick one. And then we're gonna get into a little bit more details of the case. But I think we're pretty much ready. We have an understanding now. We pretty much, like, everybody knows the case per se, but now we have a concrete understanding. We know what Lori said. We know what Tylee said. Those are the main two. Alex is just gonna say, you know, he got hurt, he got the gun, he shot him. We're gonna do that tomorrow. But I'm really interested to see what this pro se Lori Vallow is gonna do.